Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock's Toy Room Reviews, and today I have another Iron Man figure. This is from the Iron Man 2 movie series, the Walmart exclusive. It's the Iron Man in his Mark IV armor. Pretty cool figure. It's got the interchangeable heads, so you can have the Tony Stark head or just the Iron Man head. And of course all the interchangeable hands and rocket launcher and all that stuff. So pretty cool, and I think I'm going to like this one the best paint-wise. We'll get more into that when we get them out. A little bit of a bio on him there. And this was made by Hasbro in 2010. So let's take a quick break and we'll get him out of the package. Alright, we are back with Tony Stark, the Iron Man Mark IV. First off, some of the accessories. He comes with the clip-on missile launcher, which most of these figures do, especially from the Iron Man 1 line. Comes with the missile, the standard blue, translucent snot rocket missile. Also with the hands, he has kind of an open palm hand and a fist hand right now. There's another fist hand, so you can have two fists. There is another open palm hand, so we could have two open palms. And then there is two kind of weapon hands or whatever. So that's pretty cool. I always like the weapon hands. But and then of course his interchangeable head. But first off, before we really get into anything, I wanted to compare him to the Mark VI. This is the Mark VI armor, which I had just reviewed yesterday. So I wanted to bring in because they're very similar armors. But personally, even though the Mark IV is supposed to be an earlier model, I think, than the Mark VI, I definitely prefer the Mark IV. The triangle arc's okay, but at least on this figure, the Mark VI or the Mark IV looks a lot better. I like the gold around the top of the armor right here. Well, this one's just red. This has like more silver lining in through the red, while this one has gold. I think it looks cool. And they added silver, of course, all over the armor. Very similar armors though, just like pretty much minor differences, except for that chest plate. So yeah, I probably prefer this one and the reds. I'm not sure how well that's going to come on camera. They look about the same on camera, but the red on this one is actually a really cool red. It just looks like an Iron Man red to me. This red just looks like they did it right. The other one seems a little bit brighter than I would like. But they're both cool figures nonetheless. Definitely ones you should pick up if you guys see them at Walmart. You might be able to still find them there. But yeah, the heads just kind of pop off. You get, of course, his helmet. It would be awesome if this helmet actually fit around his head, but I guess his head would probably be too big, or whatever. They'd have to make it look kind of funky to do that. But pretty cool looking head sculpt actually. I really like this Tony Stark. It's probably my favorite. The only problem I have is the skin tone. I mean, there's absolutely no paint. It's just plastic, and it's a really light plastic at that. Not to say Tony Stark isn't really white. It looks a little odd to me. Maybe if it had a little bit of shading in it or something, it might look a little better. But head sculpt wise, it looks awesome. Articulation on him, he has a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, swivel at the upper bicep. The armor shoulder pads go up and down on hinges, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed hands. You got your standard torso joint, which works decently well. Doesn't really go up and down too far though, but works. No waist articulation. He has ball jointed hips, double jointed knees, and the back and forward pivot in the foot. No side to side pivot, but it swivels around. Kind of the same joint as the hands. So definitely a cool figure to pick up. Trying to go back and get all the Mark armors for my armory. I'm not sure which ones all they made. I don't know if they made a Mark 1. I know they made a Mark 2, which I need to pick up. And the Mark III. So I imagine they made the Mark I, but anyways, very cool figure. So thanks for checking it out, guys.